legend where magic meets the heart. Commander's Pod, where the stories unfold, with heroes and villains new and old. Dungeon Dragons roll, got the word, in the world of EVA we play.
Hello, everyone. Welcome again to Commander's Pod. I'm your Podfather, Duncan.
And why don't I have a weird name? But I'm Jeff. I guess that's weird. Okay.
Yeah, you spell it wrong. Yours is with...
No, it's spelled correctly. Jeffrey. It's not Jeffrey or spelled English version. It's okay.
Anyway.
It's the right way, although it is a butler name.
Yeah. But anyway, we are Sloanless. He is under the weather. Little ones can do that to you.
Yeah, and this way you guys can keep your volume at the same level the entire time we're talking.
Won't that be nice? So today we're going to go through the entire Secret Scare Superdrop that drops next Monday, the 13th of October. We're going to go down what cards are in each drop and how much those cards are worth if you would try and buy them now. We're not going to read the cards that are not new because you can look them up. We will read the one unique card. Mm-hmm. But first, Aggro Jeff, what's aggravating you?
Yeah, so actually, I think we've had a lot of food aggravating me ones lately, and that's just because it's sort of like vacation time, sort of go do things time. And so recently we went with the family on a trip, and we took some family members to a Brazilian steakhouse for the first time.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's delicious. Amazing. That's the one where they bring you the thing and they cut the steak for you, and you say, you have a little chip that you turn upside down to say whether you want more meat or not. You know, the goal of that really is if you're not going to have the meat sweats later that night, you didn't do it right type of deal.
Yeah.
But what is aggravating me is you would ask for the filet mignon, right? Or any steak cut, and it would come sometimes and it would be well done. And I just don't, that aggravates me. I don't think any steak restaurant should ever cook a steak well done. I feel like if you're asking for your steak well done, you should just go eat a burger. But that's what's aggravating me. So if you cook your steaks wrong, just do me a favor. Try to do it. Make a steak medium rare. Just try it. Close your eyes if you have to. Just taste it. It's so much better.
So, number one, I think you just went to a poor Brazilian steakhouse. At the one I always go to, they always ask, how do you like it?
Oh, they do ask, and so you can be like, no, I want medium rare, but sometimes you're just like, yes, right? They come up, and you're so excited, you're like, yes, because, filet mignon, and then they cut it and put it on your plate, and I'm like... one time I actually said to the guy, I said, dude, this is not steak. And he's like, yes, sir, this is filet mignon. I was like, no, you've ruined it. It's a burger now. It's like, this is no good. You can bring me something else. This is no good.
And be quick about it.
No, don't do that. He was very nice.
Oh, so that would have been over the edge.
Yes, you don't do that.
Telling him he murdered it, even though he wasn't the cook.
You can be aggravated, but you should never be mean to people. Be mad at the steak. Not the person.
But second, that sounds like your fault. When I order from my Brazilian steakhouse, when they say, would you like this? I say, yes, medium rare, please. And mine is good enough that I only have to tell each server once because they have the different gauchos.
What is a recurring theme on what's aggravating me is many of these things are actually my fault.
Yes.
That doesn't change the aggravation.
Yes. So, but maybe you need to do one time on what's aggravating Aggro Jeff is Jeff.
Oh, dude, we could do many on that.
Yeah.
There are tons of things.
I'm all for this.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Well, anyway, there you go. So once again, our gourmet has given his take on the state of food in America.
Yeah, magic chef.
Yeah. So we're going to go down each drop one by one. We will tell you what cards are in that drop. We will tell you what their comparable cost is. Now, I will tell you, I believe we are doing this much closer to what is reality than pretty much anyone else I've seen. Most other people go, okay, here's the cheapest price you could buy this card at outside of the Secret Lair.
Right.
Let's be honest. If you're buying the Secret Lair, you're not looking for the cheapest way to buy it, right? You're looking for a special treatment.
Most of the time.
You want something special. You don't want just the run of the mill.
Yeah.
right? Most of the time.
Sometimes you're buying for
it
investment,
just for the
and sometimes you're just buying to get a cheaper version of the card, believe it or not.
So, but what I've
Like,
tried,
there's one of these in this that
Oh,
we're
yeah.
going to talk about, yeah.
so what I have done, this took me a long time actually to do, because I went through each card, found the closest to a borderless secret lair card there was. So if there was an existing borderless secret lair card that had already been done, I would use that. If there was a non-borderless secret lair card, I would use that. Barring those two, I would go to a borderless in a set.
There was some sort of special edition.
Special edition.
Which those are the ones where we're going to be off by the most, because those are more affected by rarity and such. So.
To some degree, but I think in some instances you're going to see they're probably closer to what this will be.
Well, it might be good after we do this to go ahead and look at the list afterwards, maybe like a couple months later, and see if it
how
stayed
close we were. Yeah, that's
that'd
true.
be kind of cool, because if it is, we'll do this from now on because it might be more accurate.
Right.
But also, we're not financial people, to make that really clear up
No,
front.
I am not telling you to invest in this at
Yeah.
all.
And we don't really, we're just guessing. We're like anyone else guessing and coughing. So,
That was a sneeze, but
well,
regardless. So if there was no borderless, then I went to extended art.
okay.
Okay, again, closest I could get.
Right.
If there was no extended art, then I did just go to the cheapest version you could find, because at that point you're comparing, you're just trying to get as close as you can.
Right.
But I will tell you the one thing I noticed in this, I think doing it this way, I closer get to figuring out how they figure out if these things are worth it.
Huh. Yeah, that's a good point. They may see the value higher than how other people are
Because I
tracking
think
it.
they're looking at, hey, we did this 3 months ago, the same card, and look at what that's worth now.
Yeah.
And secondly, I think you're going to find, we'll tell you, but many of these cards offered in this drop have not been offered they may have been in 1 or 2 or 3 sets, or it's been many years since we've seen them. So I do think there's a lot here as far as it hasn't been done a lot, but I also think that they're not necessarily the best cards, so you really have to look at what you want. Do you like the IP they're using? Do you like the cards? Do you like the theme? Do you like the art? That type of thing. It's going to be personal to you. And for you investors, good luck.
And remember that Commander is where you want to look to try to understand if there's value there, probably, because that's what's going to set the value for a lot of these cards. So if the card is good, that can help it, but also if the art is good, that affects it. And sometimes the IP affects it, and then sometimes the fact that it's not popular affects it, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of people didn't buy it. So it's really hard to figure out if you're doing this for investment reasons. You're probably just better off buying a stock.
Yep.
But for collecting reasons, some of these are really cool, and then some of them are absolutely ridiculous, and I don't understand them at all.
Yeah. I mean,
Like Furby, what in the world?
yeah, well, I mean, Bloomberg had people going, who wants this? And a ton of people wanted it.
And so they just doubled down and made it worse? Because I think like Bloomberg is a lot better than
I mean,
Furby.
SpongeBob. Who asked for SpongeBob and Magic?
Yeah, but at least they did it as a meme. At least they did it silly, where it's kind of funny. So if you're going to do that, it's a meme. But these are like, and I guess maybe the Furby could be a meme too. I don't know enough about it to know if they're supposed to be funny or not.
Yes, they were meme
They're
arts,
just
but they
annoying
were
to me.
normal cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they are funny. Like, I think the Counterspell was pretty funny, wasn't it?
Well, I think the Odd Bodies is a parody of Furbies. You know what I mean? Taking them to a scary place.
Oh, maybe that is. I have no idea. I don't really
Yeah.
understand Furbies.
Yeah, so Furbies weren't scary. You never had a Furby?
No.
You never had those little bundles of personal invasion of privacy?
Why were they invasion of privacy?
Because they repeated everything back. They had an internal.
Oh, I mean, I've bought things like that for my kids before, where they repeat everything back.
Yeah.
They're fun for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, the government doesn't think so. They don't allow them in government buildings.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, that makes sense. I
So
suppose.
let's get into it. What we'll do is we'll take turns. We'll each read one of the drops one by
Okay.
one. So do you want to start with the Furby Due Nula?
Well, I'm glad you said that, because Due Nula, which I nailed it. This is a Furby, so it makes no sense. If you're out there and this is very exciting to you, I guess
Go you.
good. Distant Melody. So this is non-foil, $8.46.
Yep.
Duncan has looked up the Secret Lair drop series for this. So, and he has that. So this price is going to be pretty accurate.
Yeah, it should be pretty accurate.
Unless people hate Furby, and then maybe it won't be.
So I will point out, and I probably forgot to tell you this. When it's in italics like that and underlined, it means there was no foil comp. But by the same token, I'm not going to say, well, then obviously it has no value, like some of the people have done. Or I'll say, oh, well, just look at something that's a normal card that's only worth 50 cents foil. So I just use the same value. It's worth at least that, right?
I think this is fairly accurate. You're just going to have to decide if you think Furby is more valuable than maybe what it was printed in Secret Lair before.
Right.
The next one is Explore, which this card is a great card. This goes in any deck. It's not worth a lot. But it goes in so many decks that have green. $1.70. Secret Lair Showdown is the foil of $7.54.
Yep.
And then we got Inspiring Call, also another great card for a lot of decks. 16 cents.
Yep.
There doesn't seem to be a comparison.
So
on
it
the
was
foil.
just a normal card.
Yeah. And then Chromatic Lantern.
Well, foil was 38.
38 cents.
Yep.
Yeah, I just figured that you saying it wasn't anything was sort of caught that. It's not worth much. Chromatic Lantern, this is again a card that goes on a lot of decks. I don't think it gets enough love as a 3-drop mana rock. It should get more because it fixes your mana.
Oh, yeah.
$6.50. Comp is Secret Lair Drop Series 202, and its foil is $8.74. Soul Ring, again, that's a great card. Sad that it's a Furby card, but $3.99. And then the... What's the SLD here?
Secret Lair Drop.
Secret Lair Drop. So you just decided to change it. It's $5.65. But I feel like there are some Soul Ring Secret Lairs that are worth a lot more.
I was gonna put a pause here and point out this was the Soul Ring. Remember they gave us as a giveaway if you spent $100 on that thing, and it was not. They kept printing it.
So you're just figuring this is like the worst Soul Ring.
That's the bottom Soul Ring. I mean, this is the bottom Secret Lair.
If you think Furbies are going to be amazing, this could potentially be worth more. Right. But I doubt it. And you're going to hit this next one?
So the totals on that brings the non-foil to $20.81, foil to $30.77, both about $10 off from what you're paying.
Not good value.
Not great.
Yeah.
The next one is Furby the Gathering, which first of all, how dare you?
Yeah.
Fair. Second of all, so Sphere of Safety, $2.30. There's only been 3 prior printings ever of this card.
Great card, though.
$2.30 non-foil, $8.24 foil. Miscast. There is only 1 printing of this card.
I don't even know what this is.
It's $1.32 non-foil and $3.62 foil.
I assume a lot of people don't know what it is because
it's only been printing once, and it was in a core set, which people don't tend to buy. Phyrexian Arena. This is Foundations Borderless number 322. I thought for sure there would have been a Secret Lair for this. I think if there was, I didn't choose it because it was like not a full art, not a borderless.
It's also a great card, by the way.
Non-foil 507, foil 553. Tormenting Voice, garbage card.
Yeah, and why they keep doing this? It's so annoying.
Yep.
Like you're just gonna stick this crappy card in there for no reason.
4 cents and 27 cents. Tamiyo's Safekeeping, again, the only other printing of this was in Neon Dynasty. So this is, and it's a good card.
It is a good card.
$2.35 and $3.73.
This actually got worse.
Yeah. So this went to $11.08 versus $21.39.
Guys, that's bad. And he's doing this by the better numbers.
Yeah.
Like he's giving these cards more value.
Yeah, you're going to see far less on some other
Holy
sites.
Cow. Okay.
You want to take the odd bodies?
Yeah, so we got Furby, the odd bodies, to go along with this odd drop. Hullbreaker Horror, great card, $8.17. There was an Innistrad remastered borderless version, and the foil on that was $8.67. So really not a lot of difference, which is important to know if you're deciding whether to buy foil or non-foil.
Well, and sometimes they print so many different, so many of the foils that they're actually worth less than the non-foil.
Yeah, that also happens with the full art sometimes too.
Yeah.
Maddening Cacophony, again a good card, $7.97. Zendikar Rising Extended Art, and then the foil is $8.22.
Yep.
Serum Visions, $2.23. Secret Lair Drop, it had one, and it was $2.66 in foil.
So weirdly, by the way, I use TCG as my comp site.
Okay.
Some other places may have used Card
Which
Kingdom.
is probably going to be lower, average lower prices in some places.
Right.
Yeah.
But the weird thing about them is they would have different. Some of the earlier Secret Layers had one different version for foil and one different version for non-foil.
Really?
Yeah. So this was one of those ones where it's actually two different prints.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
So if you buy the foil version, you're actually getting different art?
Not in this drop, but I'm saying the comps that I used if you had bought it back then.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Umbris Fear Manifest. That's a fun one to say. $11.61. It's from Crimson Vow Extended Art. And it's also $11.61 in foil, probably because there wasn't
a foil.
Yeah. And then Spellskite, again, great card, $9.85. There was a secret layer for this, and the foil version is $9.94. Total value for this non-foil is $39.83, according to our estimations, and foil at $41.10.
So at least value-wise, this one's there. You know,
getting
it's
closer.
actually it's better. You're going to pay $30 and $40 in this drop, and you're getting almost $10 more value.
And these are all very blue cards, if I recall. So they kind of
they all have blue, they have many of them have blue in them. I don't remember Maddening Cacophony.
I think it's a blue card too. Okay. I think it's a mill card, matter of fact.
Oh yeah, I think it is. Yep.
But yeah, so this is good value, especially if you're building a blue deck. You might want to pick this up. Other than I think you should not because it's a Furby.
Right. So the next one is Iron Maiden album art. So the first one is Lethal Scheme. This is from Fallout Extended Art. Non-foil 80 cents, foil 58 cents. So there's one where the foil's worth less.
Yeah.
So it's hard to do a comp.
Yeah.
Grave Titan, 963. This is from a Secret Lair drop versus 1517 for the foil. Animate Dead. There's no borderless or extended art of this. So this is.
So that could be one to target because that one could then be worth money and it fits the Iron Maiden.
Yep.
So well.
Yep. And that's 574 and 803 were the closest. The cheapest prices I can find for those. Temporal Trespass, 251 and 374. This is from Assassin's Creed. Unearth, 41 cents and 56 cents. Now this one, while it may not have value as far as dollar-wise, it is a good card.
Playable. Yeah.
It's playable. Lignify.
Great card.
Great card. 27 cents for non-foil. $9.64 for foil, and the reason being this is only the second time they will have printed it in a foil.
I suspect that the value of this one, we'll go over the foil and then I'll say what I was thinking.
So $18.56 for non-foil, really not great, but foil $37.14.
But I actually think the number is going to be a lot larger because I think Animate Dead, Unearth, and Lignify have potential to be expensive in their special version versus because they're so playable. And they fit this theme so well.
Yeah.
So there's potential there. But that is low value.
Yeah, but the foil is there.
Possibly, but these are not foil. This is not comparing to Secret Lair as much as just
right. There were none. There was only one of these that had a Secret Lair printing previously,
which had good value in the foil. Yeah.
All right. So on the back.
All right, so we got Iron Maiden, Eddie Unchained, because why should he be chained?
That's right.
Don't chain people or skeletons.
Don't chain Eddie or put him in the corner.
No, yeah, you don't want Eddie in the corner. Would that have been a better song? It would have been weirder.
Yeah.
Might have made a better movie. We got Bruvok, the Grand Eloquent, which, again, this deck is definitely leaning a certain way for sure. These cards are leaning a certain way for sure. $40.18, still a very expensive card because of the way it was originally released. There's a Ravnica, what is
Remastered.
this? Remastered anime.
Borderless,
which is a tough one to compare it to because the animes were pretty popular, but it's $46.62.
I think Iron Maiden will be at least as popular as anime.
It very well could be, yeah. Yeah, especially with the group of people who play Magic, actually. Yeah. I think you're probably right. Windfall, again, very playable card, $3.09. There's no comparison, which you got it at $6.57, even though this is blank. So you're just thinking it's $6.57?
No, this is the cheapest regular version foil.
Oh, okay. So
there were no borderless or
so this could be worth something. Windfall for sure. Captain Nagathrod.
Good job.
$8.70. Baldur's Gate extended art. Woo, $76.38.
So this is one particular one where I think you're going to see a big difference. If you look at the regular Captain DeGath rod, it's like, I don't even remember. So let's say $2.40 and like $3 for the foil. You're not comparing apples to apples. This is Special Heart, and it's a huge difference.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be in this drop.
I think it will be.
Oh, we'll have to see. That's going to be the cool thing about looking
this
at
one
this
here
afterwards.
is my pick. So first of all, well, I'll wait to the end because I don't want to spoil it.
Well, the sad thing is I would buy this, but I already have all these, but I'm tempted. Nekusar, the Mind Razor, very mean card. But good card. $44.91. There was a secret layer for this. It's $55.77
For the foil.
Fun card. Yep. Iron Maiden.
And come on, you have to have an Iron Maiden card.
I mean, that's pretty good. That's probably going to be worth something. $9.12, and then there's an Urza's Legacy only printing.
Yep.
$34.12. Mind Crank, $10.89. Only 3 previous printings. There's a foil for $22.17 in there. Total value of this drop, possibly $76.71, and then foil $195.01. So
I will
if
tell
you're
you,
right, this
yeah.
could be very valuable.
Even if I'm not right, there
Yeah.
are other sites that have done their values, and it's so I will tell you, I saw one that said 145 using where they use just the basest version of the card.
Okay.
So 145 for the foil is still very good value here.
Yeah, this could be worth purchasing, which I wasn't going to, but maybe I'll look at it again because I am building a Bruvok deck, but I've already got Bruvok, Windfall, all these things. Okay.
So the next one is Dreaming Darkly. So this one is kind of a black and white fairy dream type theme. Glen Elendra Archmage. There was a secret layer drop for this.
Oh my head.
But only for the foil. So the non-foil $7.93, but that's for a regular version card. Foil $58.89.
Wow, some people really wanted a special edition of that.
Yeah,
card.
I think they
Good
do.
grief.
This is if it's your commander, you want a cool version of it.
Yeah.
Guardian Project $22.76. Ravnica Remastered had this one at $52.43. I believe this was a borderless.
And Guardian Project is normally like a $5 card.
Yeah.
So that means the special prints, the people are bleeding out a deck.
Yeah.
Is what they're doing.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to do with this.
Yeah.
Rune of the Hidden Realm. It's 25 cents non-foil. There was only one other foil, and then there was also the etched foil, so I really didn't want to compare it to the etched.
I don't even know what this card is.
41 cents. You don't know him?
No.
The Rhino Commander? Mm-mm. Okay. Soul Herder.
I know this one.
It's only been printed twice before. $1.53 non-foil, $8.44 foil. Totals $32.47 and $120.17 for the foil. Now this is where I think I've cracked the code on how they figure out if things are worth it or not. Look at those totals. Why else would they have stuck to 4 cards on this drop
Instead of 5?
instead of 5, or in some cases 6?
Because they're cheap, greedy bastards.
Because they looked at the value and said the value's there. We don't need more cards. And then some of the ones that are less, they're like, let's throw in an extra card and give them something.
I mean, that's definitely possible, but how do you explain the $11 drop?
They don't care.
Because it's Furby?
Yeah.
Possible.
They're like,
I mean, I
they
guess.
think the IP will sell itself.
Yeah.
All right, you want to take the next one?
Yeah, we got Trick or Treat here. Okay. So, I mean, that sounds fun.
All the cards are either going to do a trick or a treat.
Yeah. So, Vito, Thorn of the Dusk Rose, $15.18. Core 2021 Extended Art, $21.91. Vito is a commander. You can play him as a commander. So I feel like this has a chance to be worth more in its special edition art. Satoru Umazawa,
Good job.
61 cents. Neon Dynasty Extended Art, $1.35. Voja, Jaws of the Conclave, $8.67. Only other printing was pre-release.
This was a weird one. I had to
$8.67.
check like 4 times. I'm like, how is that possible? So the only other printing of this was a pre-release. They never printed the actual card in the set, only in the pre-release. How weird is that?
And a lot of commanders in this one. Wilhalt, the Rock Cleaver, $7.77.
Midnight Hunt.
Midnight Hunt Extended Art, we got $13.67.
Yep.
Again, another commander. Now, this next one is actually really exciting. I really like this one. Liberator Urza's Battlethopter. This is one people don't pay attention to. $6.06. Brothers War Extended Art is $9.12.
Yep.
This is a great card, though. I don't like when I talked to you about this card, you didn't even recognize it.
No.
But this is a card, man. Any card that allows you to break Magic's rules is a good card.
Yeah.
And this one allows you to play at flash speed with colorless and artifacts, I believe. I don't have the card in front of me, but I think so. And then total value $38.29, and the foil value $54.72.
So I think what you're going to find with us is, like I said, some of these are still not close, even using my more comparable comps. But this one, I don't think other people have as close as value as this. I think this one is worth it value-wise. I think this is something that is worth picking up if you're looking for value. If you're, but you also should like the art. You should like the cards. You should like everything about it. But anyway.
Yeah, and you might. Or at least they're fun. Maybe it's not the best art in the world, but it's fun art.
Right. So the next one is Jaws, Terror of Amity Island. So the first card is Jaws, Relentless Predator. This is a unique mechanics card. 3 and 2 red legendary creature shark. Trample and haste. Whenever shark deals combat damage to a player, create that many blood tokens. Whenever a non-creature artifact is sacrificed or destroyed, Jaws deals 1 damage to each opponent. Okay, I want to read that again, though. Whenever a non-creature artifact is sacrificed or destroyed, not yours.
Yeah, so someone's sacrificing treasures. Everybody's taking damage.
And it's a 5/5, so you're going to be dealing 5 damage, creating 5 blood tokens that you can sacrifice and deal 5 damage to everybody.
That's wild. I mean, and you have it on here as $10, right?
Okay, so what I did here, and Jeff thinks I was way undervaluing this.
Yeah.
I took the cheapest. I looked at Laura Croft. She was about 34. I looked at unique mechanics commanders that came in a set with other cards that were normal cards. So the Marvel ones. Black Panther was like $12 and the rest were $14, $15, whatever.
I see. So you didn't count Rick because all those cards were unique.
Right. Yep. So I tried to pick a comparable comp where people bought
Stranger Things, all the cards were unique.
All the cards were unique. So I tried to pick something where the commander was unique, but all the other cards were reprints. And then I took the lowest value. So $10 is a very, very low estimate because I think it depends how much you like Jaws. It depends how much you like the art.
There's no way that card's going to be $10. That card's $30 to $40 all day
Yeah, I think
long.
this is a very low estimate. So I think, but you'll see it's still
now one of the interesting things is a lot of times there's not a huge difference between the regular and the foil. So that's one thing that I've noticed as I'm looking through them. So if it's $30 to $40 for a regular, it might be $35 to $45 for the foil.
Right. The next card is Descent into Avernus. Baldur's Gate is the only set this has been printed in, but they did have an extended art. $10.28, $10.22 for foil. Reckless Endeavor, again, only in one set. This from Forgotten Realms, extended art. $6.27. There was no foil of that, so I'll just use $6.27 there. Sneak Attack. This is a great card. Everybody loves this card.
Well, unless you're playing against it.
Yeah.
And then you're just scared the whole time.
And then you're like, how is this not banned?
Yeah, yeah.
$8.33. Wilds of Eldraine. Anime Borderless is what I use as a comp. $17.32 for the foil.
Which I think this is going to, if it hasn't had a secret layer yet, this is going to be a valuable card.
Yeah. A Braid, 57 cents for the Foundation's Borderless. Innistrad Remastered, $1.26 for the foil.
And playable card.
And then there's a blood token. I mean, I almost didn't put a value
Tokens can be worth a lot, actually.
Yeah, well, this one's not. I mean, the other ones aren't. This one probably will be.
It could be.
32 cents and 40 cents was the most comparable
Is it
comps
just
I could get.
blood, though? Is it just a barrel of blood?
It was like a vial. I don't remember what this one looks like.
I think it's just
Actually,
a bucket of blood.
Here.
Yeah. So I don't think it's going to be worth much because, I can't imagine you really care about that. But while you're looking that up, I'll just go ahead and tell the total of this is $35.77, and the foil is $45.47. Though I think Duncan and I both agree this is going to be higher than that.
I've went low on this, but even at those, it's worth it value.
So Swanee, this is the one I was talking about. If you got a haystack, this is what you want. You want this.
And it's a chum bucket. is what it was.
Yeah, which I don't think.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that's going to be that exciting.
I mean, but it's more exciting than the vials of blood. All the other ones look the same.
I have seen people really excited about the Outback when you get the drink and it comes with the shark and you turn the shark upside down and the blood goes into it.
Yep.
And I was like, well, it's cool you're excited for that, I guess.
Yeah.
So we got The Office, Dwight's Destiny. I am torn on this one. I love The Office. But also, to be 100% honest with you, I guess it's kind of funny, but also just no thanks. But Heliod Sun Crowned, $21.36. There was a secret layer, and its foil was $21.03. Steel Shapers.
So hold on one second, because I did do this injustice. I did not tell the names that they called it.
Okay.
So
that's
Heliod Sun Crowned is Dwight Schrute Hey King.
Why don't you just do this one and then I'll do the next one?
Okay.
Yeah.
So Dwight Schrute Hey King was the Heliod Sun Crown.
Which is funny.
The next one is Dwight's Weapon Stash, which is Steel Shaper's Gift. They did do a secret layer of this one, but only in non-foil, so it's $11.40 for that. Commander Masters had a borderless foil for $9.20.
And spoiler alert, so turn it off if you haven't seen The Office, but also where have you been for the last many years?
Yeah.
But he always got in trouble for bringing weapons into the office, and I think he actually lost his job as the head of the office because he shot a gun off in the office.
Which, in real life, you do more than lose your job over that.
I mean,
probably go to jail over that.
Don't try it. Don't test it.
Swords to Plowshares is just Swords to Plowshares.
And this one is funny.
Yeah, there was a previous secret layer drop. Non-foil, $9.80. Foil, $15.28. And then Baral, Chief of Compliance, which is Dwight, Assistant to the as in parentheses King.
Yeah, the great joke in Office.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that one, they did have a secret layer drop of this one as well, $10.92 and $14.50.
And if ever there was someone who was a chief of compliance, it was Dwight. So that's funny.
Garuk Relentless, which is renamed Recyclops Eco-Friendly.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that was a specific episode.
I don't know that reference. Sorry.
But anyway, this one did not have a real comparable card, so the cheapest was 49 cents non-foil, 82 cents foil. And then Reaper King, which is called Dwight O'Lantern. They did do a secret lore drop foil only, but the next closest, Reaper King, even regular version, $8.71. The secret layer foil was $15.82.
Which seems like a really cool card. I tried to build that deck. It's very
tough.
hard.
It's very hard because there aren't enough scarecrows, and then you end up using shapeshifters, and it's just not. Yeah, totals are 62, 68, and 76, 65. I think the Office is pretty popular. This will probably sell out.
It could, yeah. It certainly has the potential. Ooh, this is one.
This is your favorite.
This is the one I'm excited about because of the art. Well, I was excited about it before I realized it had these cards in it. But when you hear these cards, I think you'll be excited too. So this is Kieran Yaner. So this is the artist for this, which I always think is exciting when the artist gets to do some cool stuff and just killed it in this secret layer. You got to go look at the art. Armageddon, which why are you printing that? But okay.
It's never had a borderless or extended art before.
Well, it does now. So $10.31 and a foil for $23.56. But again, I don't think it does it justice. There's not a secret layer that exists for this. It's probably going to be worth a lot more. Yeah. Northern Paladin, which this is actually a really good card in a humans deck, but I didn't even know about it until I saw this. So 50 cents, last printing was 7th edition, which is probably why I didn't know about it. And its foil $65.66, which it won't keep that, but nonetheless, because the foils I think in those earlier editions were more rare.
Where they were way more rare.
Demonic Tutor, that's the big one here, $84.36. Commander Masters borderless. And its foil comp is $120. Now, neither of those comparisons are secret layers.
Right, but I do feel like this one in particular, the art on that card was good.
So good, yeah.
Yeah, this borderless Commander Master ones was so good. This one in this drop is so good, so I think they're very comparable.
I like it in this drop even more. And then so again, you're gonna have to decide with the. But even without that, I think the card's $45 as low as regular price. So we'll get to that in a second. Then you got Lord of the Pit. Weird card, man. Like the way it's named, the way it costs, you want it to be really good, and then you read it and you're like,
no, it's a bad card.
Underwhelming.
Yeah, this was one of the very first Magic cards.
Because I was like, I'll put this in put this in Kalia because it's a demon, and then I read it and I was like, no, I won't.
Yeah.
So 36 cents, and it should only be 36 cents, and $1.19 in foil. The art school, but that's about the
reason it's in here is because it's one of the original cards of Magic.
You don't think it's in here just because they're greedy?
No, I think it's in here.
I'm being kind of negative towards Magic today.
It hasn't been printed in a while. It's one of the OG cards. They don't print a lot of the OG cards still, so they wanted to bring something back. That's why I think it's there.
Okay, so totals on this is $95.53 and $210.71. It's the highest value, depending on what you think is going to happen with these cards. This, just so you guys know, this is the one I'm definitely buying. I may buy the Eddie Unchained, but I am 100% buying the Kieran one.
Yeah, this one is, the value is fantastic.
And if we see Kieran at any of these events you go to, I may
that
send you with these cards.
If we see him when I go, then yes.
Well, because if I think I can go to an event where it won't be the last Comic Con, I'll go. But I'm not going if it's like that. I don't need that headache in my life. If there's a personal space bubble that should exist around people, and even someone who goes to Disney World, I can't deal. That Comic-Con was crazy.
Yeah, I don't think it's as bad as Comic-Con.
Limit the amount of people you let into these things.
Now, the one thing we didn't mention yet, there is a promo card they're doing if you spend $200.
So ridiculous.
Which is a huge amount.
$200.
As you get a cryptic command. I'll put the image back here.
It's debatable how good that card is playable in Commander.
It's
playable, but it's if you don't have a sort of tap go, Commander, you probably are not playing this.
Well, like Sublime Epiphany is a card like this.
Same one, same thing.
You pay a lot and you get to do a lot of things, but it's like, but you just paid a ton. And you saved your mana for somebody else's turn to do that? Nah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it is available. I do caution you to do anything based on their promo cards because sometimes they print the heck out of them. And they're worth nothing.
Yeah, we bought into that Soul Ring and got ripped
and
off.
then right after that, I fell for it again on the Deadeye Navigator.
No, and Deadeye Navigator used to be like
I was like, come on.
Amazing card.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way this thing's not.
Yeah, but now it's not.
It's worth less than the Soul Ring. It's like $1 something. It's crazy.
I think it's fair to look at the card and go, Soul Ring, I can understand why you might think it's going to be worth more. But yeah, I wouldn't put much into this cryptic command, and the art was not, in my opinion, it didn't even fit what they're doing.
No, it was very
random. It didn't make any sense. Like if you're gonna do Halloween,
you would think it'd be a Halloween-y.
Yeah, do something like that. It's just lazy Magic. Do better. Yeah. I'm in a mood, guys. I apologize. Normally, I'm a little more.
Well, that may be a hint that they're planning on this being available longer than Halloween too.
Oh yeah, dude. Don't worry about spending.
So don't spend $200 just to get this card. No. If you happen to get there, great. It's a bonus. Don't do it just to get it. You will be disappointed. If you don't do it for that reason, then you might not be disappointed.
Yeah,
you might end up with something
and don't cheat when you're buying these things, please. And also, don't buy 17 versions of the Kieran Yaner. Just don't be greedy. Buy a reasonable amount,
Right. There's only so many you can put in.
Hopefully there's a limit. But
there will be.
They will be.
There will be some sort of limit. They have been pretty consistent about that lately.
Have they? That's good.
So, that's the values on these things. And so that puts Kieran Yenner as the number one value. Number two is the Iron Maiden, Eddie Unchained.
Which both have good art.
Both have great art.
Especially if they like Iron Maiden.
After that one is the Dreaming Darkly, actually. And then there's a bunch that are still there.
Dwight's Office. The Office one would be the next one after that, right?
Well, no.
60
120 for the
foils. Because you're going based off foil.
Yeah.
I was looking at an average of the two.
Yeah, I guess if you average the two.
Yeah, because the 120 is it's betting on that Guardian project, and I just don't know if you can. And even Glen Elendra, neither of those. Well, the Glen Elendra is at least a secret lair.
Right.
So that still baffles me. I can't understand that.
Well, I mean, people use it as a commander, and if you
I know, but there's other commanders. $58 is a
well,
lot.
we also have to remember they didn't always like some secret lairs. They've been low in their print runs, and other ones they've gone.
That's true. So maybe this was one of the early ones.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I would also caution you. As far as I know, this starts at noon, but I did see one site claim it started at 11 a.m.
Maybe be ready at 11 a.m.
Never be. So that's Eastern time.
Yeah.
So Western time, you figure it out.
Also, don't
yourself.
put all your eggs in one basket. Like, I know I want this Kieran one, so if you buy one on there, when I go on, I'll buy like one or two.
Yeah.
But then I know if you get in, I'm at least getting one, and I don't know if you want me to do that for you.
Yeah, for sure. Because I definitely
Yeah.
want the Iron Maidens and the Jaws.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I mean, like I said, I think that ours is the most fair comps you can find. But we're being upfront that some of these, they're high because they've only been done once or twice.
Sure.
Is that going to continue through? So Northern Paladin was a card that I wanted to point out from the, that was the Dwight, right?
No, Northern Paladin's on the back. It's the one that's part of the most expensive set.
Oh, the Kieran Yanner.
Yeah.
It's a weird card. You can pay 2 white, I think, to counter a target.
No,
black spell.
2 white to destroy a black permanent.
Right.
Which
but
is
if you're
very
not playing
good.
against anybody who's playing black, it's very not good.
I know, but there's so much. Like, it doesn't have to only be black. It just has to have black in it.
Right, but
And it's a human. So if you're playing it in a human deck, even if you don't get that off, typically you're getting value just from playing a creature type. So I'd say it's very
I'm just saying
playable.
it's very, very limited. It's
I mean, you know how touchy I am about putting cards in my decks. Like, I build my decks specific.
Right.
I would put this in my human deck.
Okay.
Because
So-
for the chance you could pay 2. Because you get to keep doing it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yep.
it's very good.
Yeah. No, it's good. But so buy based on what you like as far as the subject matter, the cards, whether you think the cards are going to be playable, the art, whatever criteria you want, the value if you're going for investment, that's on you. Because to me, I am only buying based on the art I like, and it has to have cards that I like. What I
Yeah.
mean? I'm not going to buy stuff that I'm not going to play. So those are my 2 criteria.
I would say understand FOMO. Like, do not have a fear of missing out.
Yeah, because 2 weeks after this, there's another super draw.
Yeah, but you got to move past the thing. Like, if you don't get the card that ends up being worth $90 or something, just let me give you a little story. You remember those stained glass extra cards that came in one of the specific secret layers?
Yes.
Where they were like stained glass planeswalkers. I bought into that because I really wanted some of the cards in it, but I happened to pull one of the Lilianas, I think it was, that was like $80 or something. I mean, that dropped. I haven't actually looked at it. Maybe it's worth more now, but I know it had dropped at one point. You don't know what the market's going to do on this. If it's not a card you want, if it's not art you want, do not worry about it. Move on. Worst case scenario, you could still go on. Almost all of these cards had a special version available. Just because you don't get this special version, you can get a special version. And then worst case scenario, just go proxy it. Like, if you already own it, proxy it.
And plan ahead. There is another secret layer drop 2 weeks from then. So if you don't have the money to be able to buy both and you want both, like if you don't have the money to buy everything here and everything there, be very selective of what you buy here so you still have money
Yeah,
left.
and you got to
buy
be
that.
saving up for Star Trek, too.
Well, that's a year from now, so you got a while.
Yeah. Well, that's how you budget, though.
That's true.
Budgeting is really good.
So anyway, any last thoughts on this?
No, I still don't know what miscast is. That's my only thought.
You want me to look it up right now? So
Yeah,
make you
let's
feel
do it.
better?
Let's
All right,
explain
we'll go
it to
over
the people.
miscast.
They want to know. I'm looking out there into this soulless camera, and I know that
I
the
think
people
it's
on
a
the other
redirect
side.
type spell, but let me look.
Yeah.
Nope, it's single blue mana, instant, counter target instant or sorcery unless its controller pays 3.
That's really good. 1 blue mana?
Yeah.
Why are we not playing that more? I wonder, is that even better than giving someone a bird?
Oh, it's
giving
certainly better.
It's better than
it's
2. How many
situationally
treasures
better.
do you have to give on an offer you can't refuse? Is 2?
And they're not even
better.
tapped.
That's
Yeah.
better. Oh, right. And it's
Yeah.
any? Or is it instant or sorcery?
Instant or sorcery.
Okay, that's why. It's a little
Yeah,
different.
target
Okay.
instant or sorcery unless
But
it's,
still, that's very good, dude.
but
It's
usually
playable.
you're trying to counter somebody countering you or something.
And there might be some people like, I've never seen that card before. Let me see it, which that's always fun.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. And like I said, it was only ever printed once before. So anyway.
Hey, but since we've got a minute here, we don't always say at the beginning. Sometimes we say at the end to like and subscribe, and we talk about those different things. But I want to let you guys know out there that we do this after work. We do this as a love. Sometimes we're not able to make it, but Duncan's pretty consistent out of all of us.
I think there's only one. Did you guys even do one episode without me?
I have no idea, but he's very invested in doing this, but we all are. We spend a lot of time in this. I'd encourage you guys, if you do enjoy listening, we'd love for you to like and subscribe. We'd love for you to become a part of the Patreon. We need to do more stuff here. We need to get a gameplay going. Please write in. Duncan does read all the things you guys write in.
Yep.
So bother him. Write in and ask for it. We need to get some gameplay going, but just we'd love to hear from you. And but just also for those of you out there that are supporting us, and even just by watching, we appreciate it. So thank you.
Well, and the other thing, if you're like, I'm already subscribed, I already liked it, I already, whatever, tell people.
Yeah. And you're doing half of it already just by, doing that. So thank you.
I also, just one last thing. So one of our Patreon supporters, Tim, he's written in before.
Yeah.
His local shop, I feel so bad for him because they want to do a tournament, right?
Yeah.
And they made this whole list of, now they're trying to get feedback, so this isn't the final version of the rules. But they put all these rules in place for this Commander tournament idea, and they want feedback on it. And so he sent us a version of this. So it said things like pointing to, directing someone to, or otherwise inclining someone to destroy someone else's permanence is not allowed.
Ridiculous.
It said you cannot threaten to blow somebody's thing up if they don't do what you want, or say you'll blow it up unless they do what you want in any way. Basically,
who are these snowflakes at the shop?
Well,
Good grief.
I don't. I think they're probably the shop owners are over worried about how much of an effect these things have. You're trying to, that part alone, they're trying to take the commander out of commander. The politics out of commander.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
And then they had a whole list of banned cards that weren't on the ban list. And it's like, guys, let the game play. Do you have problems when people are playing in your shop normally? If so, then maybe it's your clientele. But if not, you're restricting play. You want to encourage play. You want people to participate. You want to try and have the most open set of rules you can, and then if you have to narrow it down, go from there. You guys are doing the opposite.
And let people have fun and discuss and get disagreements and work things out. Worst case scenario, you're going to help people be better people. Like if someone blows up and loses it, it's a teachable moment.
Yep.
Teach them how to behave.
It is far easier. You are going to have people who are going to try and game the system. It happens everywhere. It's going to happen. Far easier to take the existing rules, take the bracket rules, say, okay, we're doing a bracket 3 challenge. That means you can't have any more than 3 game changers. You can't chain extra turns, this, that, and the other thing. All the things that you want, that define a bracket 3, and you stick to that. And you say, we are going to enforce the spiritual rules of bracket 3. If you come in and you play a Thassa's Oracle on turn 2, you're disqualified.
So, Tim, I've got 2 things of advice for you. Number 1, what you're going to do if you end up doing this is follow the rules. You can't point or anything, but it does not say you're not allowed to say, wow, that card is really awesome. That's very cool. Does that card have indestructible? Those are great questions that, according to these rules, I think you're probably allowed to ask.
So I actually think that they said you can't even refer to.
You can't refer to a card. Just don't do it. Here's my second advice then. If you guys have seen the movie Tombstone, which if you haven't, spoiler alert, but please go watch it. There's this great scene where Wyatt Earp is coming into town, into Tombstone, and he finds out that this really great bar has no one going into it. And when he goes in there, he finds that there's this gambler in there who has decided to take over the table. And he's controlling everything in the bar, and everyone's scared of him because he's a big mouth, right? He's not actually tough. He's just pretending to be tough. And so Wyatt Earp has to go in this bar, sits down with the guy. I'll make the story short. He basically scares the guy out, drags him out by his ear, and kicks him out down the street. You need a Wyatt Earp in your store. You need someone to come in and fix it up.
Here's how it said
that's
it.
no good.
Directing the focus of the game by pointing at other players, such as instructing someone to attack a specific opponent or suggesting that a particular card must be counter destroyed is not allowed. So that's the part. Directing the focus of the game. I think they could call that.
I think you challenge it. Go for it. Push the envelope. I mean, the rules, if they're going to write silly rules like that, make them figure out how to enforce it, because you saying that card is really awesome, it's pretty cool, can I read it? I don't know how they could say that's anything, but that's what you should do.
I mean, what I would do is give honest feedback, which they asked for on these first set of rules.
Yeah.
And point out.
But if they're doing all this, you know it's being motivated by some of the players in the shop. Like, this isn't coming out of left field.
Right.
Yeah. So it seems likely this is what's going to happen.
But if you allow this to happen, it's going to keep being the norm.
Yeah. Maybe find out who are the people that are, like, typically in a shop you can sit down and talk to people and you'll find out the people that are like, no, politics is terrible, all this stuff. Listen to our show.
Is Sloan up there? Is that why he's not here?
Maybe. I actually think, to give Sloan credit, he's actually taking care of his kids right now. So he wasn't at work today because his kids are sick.
Oh, and
he's
sick.
taking care of them. He's a good dad. Like, I will say, like, when you watch him with kids, he'll come over to a house, and if there are kids playing, he's in there playing with the kids. Like, one of the kids, he's really good with kids.
That's
so
awesome.
He's actually doing a good thing today. But if he was at that shop, he'd love these rules.
Yeah, he'd be like, yeah, that's exactly how it should be.
That's how you play Magic.
Yeah.
No.
So that tells you right there it's wrong. So just give them your feedback.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us. As he said, like, subscribe, support, whatever you want to do. Tell others. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on all the streaming audio podcast channels. You can email us, castcommanderspod.com. Check us out at our website, commanderspod.com. And don't forget, play bold, swing wide. Don't forget to pay the one.
Commander Pod, where the stories unfold, with heroes and villains, new and old. Duncan, Jeff, and Sloan guide the way in the world of EDH we play. So tune in, friends, let's fly and go. The Commander's Pod, the love will show. From our decks to yours, we set a spark in the world of magic. We'll leave our